Welcome to Rebel Chaser. My name is Gail, and I've got several clips for you tonight. The first judge is Judge Fleischer. He's got some DUIs and DWIs and people that can't stick to their bond restrictions. And then I've got Judge Nelson. He's got a guy that's hiding some income. And then the next one is Judge Prill, and this one's pretty interesting. This is a dad who's not happy that his ex is shacking up with a guy convicted of DV. And then there's a first appearance from Travis County, Texas. And then there is a kind of a bad story with Judge Manning, but it's also a feel-good story. And I wish I could help people like this. I'm not sure how. And then the last judge is, of course, Judge Speedlin Gonzalez, and it just shows how she runs a tight ship. So sit back, relax, and have a good time.
Mr. Marin, come up. I got it for you, Luis. You ready? 506-651.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Abroches un botón más, por favor. ¿Cuál es su apellido? Navarro.
I'm sorry.
Navarro Marín.
You ready?
Navarro.
506-651.
Es aquí. Sí, intérprete, mucho gusto. Solamente mire el juez y le contesta en español. No me mira, no, solo el juez.
651.
651. Okay, thank you. Sure.
Mr. Marin, Navarro, you were charged with driving while intoxicated. You were facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during questions and interviews with the state of Texas. If you cannot afford a lawyer, the lawyer will be appointed to represent you, sir. Okay.
Your Honor, officer dispatched an accident, and the will witness observed the defendant as the driver. The defendant driver observed to have slurred speech, glassy eyes, and swaying. The defendant admitted to drinking 6 beers, FSSTs. HGN was 4 clues, 1 leg stand, 1 clue, WAT1, blood warrant executed at Bental.
Mr. Navarro, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Tell me, are you a United States citizen?
I'm sorry?
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Are you a United States citizen?
No.
Are you in this country with or without permission?
Without permission.
Do you know what happens if you go to jail?
Yes.
What happens?
¿Cómo? I don't know. They'll deport me.
That's yes, but you will sit in jail for at least 6 to 9 months waiting for immigration to do something to you. Immigration system is so backed up that it takes cases months, if not years, to shuffle through the system. You will sit in jail with an ICE detainer waiting there until immigration figures out what to do with you. I am ordering you and I'm placing conditions on your bond now. If you violate these conditions, I will put you in jail. And if you are unlucky enough, you're going to be there for an extremely long time. Do you understand?
Yes.
I am ordering you not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or any kind of dope, you will go to jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. You do not have a driver's license, so I am taking away your privilege to drive as well. And I'm going to have you sign with me today a promise that you're going to make to me that you're not to drive. If I catch you driving, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing an additional 6 months every single time you drive because it's an offense in and of itself. Do you understand?
Yes.
Do not drive. Don't consume alcohol. This is the only warning that you will get from me. Take it if you want. If you don't believe me, ask Mo. Good job on having a lawyer. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. But it is your responsibility to stay in touch with him. He will tell you if and when you have to come back to court. If he comes to me and tells me he can't get a hold of you because you're playing games and you're not responding to his phone calls or text messages, I will issue a warrant for your arrest.
Sí, señor o no, señor.
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
Good luck, sir.
Pase aquí a la izquierda.
Come up.
Ms. Gomez?
Mrs. Gomez. Hi, Kavita. Thank you so much for coming.
No problem, Judge.
So we're here because I received a bond violation report stating that Mr. Gomez has been testing positive for marijuana. However, after speaking to Jeremiah, our officer here in court, he said that the first test that we did was the 8th of April. And so we advised you not to smoke any more weed. So I hope that you have not. I'm not going to ding you for this now because it stays in your system for 30 days. However, after the April 8th, from May 8th, if you test positive again, that tells me that you're continuing to smoke marijuana and you will go to jail. Do you understand? So I hope that you truly aren't smoking, because I'm going to test you after May 8th, perhaps May 9th or so, May 10th.
He's on Monday, Thursday.
Okay.
He's 2-day-a-week testing, Judge.
Yeah, that's to make sure that he's not taking pills. So,
Okay.
but for as what it's worth now, don't smoke after the May 8th test. If it's positive, it's not going to go well.
Understand.
Okay? All right. Please.
Okay.
Thanks, Kavita.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Michael, you ready? Come on, let's get you out of here. So this is the gentleman from yesterday.
Martinez?
Párese aquí, por favor.
What's the last
Solo
name?
después.
Villegas, Your Honor. Jorge Villegas.
So
Villegas.
we brought you
V-I-L,
back-
Village. Jorge Villegas.
Villegas, yeah. No, we brought you back
Venimos aquí de-
because you left without signing conditions, and I want you to be aware of everything that's happening, because you need to be aware that if you test positive for alcohol again,
Alcohol de nuevo.
I'm going to put you in jail.
Poner a usted en una cárcel. ¿Usted entendió,
I
señor?
don't care what your excuse is. I don't care if it's mouthwash. I don't care if it's tequila lollipop, if it's hair dye. I don't care if you had wine at church. It don't matter. If it's alcohol, you will go to jail. You understand?
Yes.
And I'm also putting a monitor on your ankle so that I know that you're not going to consume alcohol. Anything that you put in your body, you better watch out.
Mucho cuidado con eso.
Also, you are not allowed to drive from now on. And I don't know if I had him sign an affidavit or not. Did he sign one?
Sí, él firmó una ayer.
Michael, do you have the cause number real quick?
The 249-7806, Your Honor.
The bill was done yesterday. It's not gonna be imaged, correct?
I'm sorry?
I said if it was done yesterday, it's not gonna be imaged, but I could say if I did it again. Yes, I did image.
Okay, so for now, I will have you meet with Jeremiah to get your ankle monitor.
El escritor de tobillo.
You did? Okay, so what, maybe we just didn't have him sign the reset. Is that what it was?
Oh, ya lo-
Okay, that's what it was.
I went and I already have it on me right now.
Wonderful.
Ah, ok, maravilloso.
I don't want any more issues.
No quiero más problemas.
Understand?
¿Yo, señor?
So for now, we'll give you a normal reset, and then let's see how old this case is. The case is pretty young, so we'll give you just a normal reset and we'll go from there.
Luego le vamos a dar una-
Good luck to you, Mr. Villegas. Thank you, Mr. Villegas.
What's the reset date?
It's, I'll give it to you. 5/29. You're fluent in Spanish, right? Yeah. You just, and you're certified to do the Spanish speakers?
Yeah.
I'll just have you do it then.
Okay.
Come up, Mr. Alvarado.
Señor Alvarado, venga para acá, por favor.
Do you know why you're here?
¿Sabes por qué estás aquí? Oh, I think I hear you straight there, Judge.
Hey,
There he is.
the man, the myth. Come on. Come on, legend.
It's me again, Luis.
Hola, buenos días. O buenas tardes, perdón, soy Luis. Mucho gusto. Mira, pues,
Why are you here, Mr. Alvarado?
¿por qué está aquí, señor Alvarado?
Por cometer delito, manejar borracho.
Well, for having committed a crime and driving drunk.
No.
No.
What's the one thing I asked you?
Eso que yo le pedí.
Sorry. The one thing I ordered you
Eso que
not
yo le ordené
to do.
a que no hiciera, señor.
No lo he hecho, solo
¿Perdón?
no lo he hecho.
Well, I haven't done it.
Ya, pues, tengo la máquina, me asignaron la máquina, y
Okay. I
entonces
have the
no lo he hecho.
machine. I've been assigned the machine, and since then I haven't done it.
I have here that you've tested positive on 3 different occasions. I have here that you blew
Sopló
13
al
at
13 de
5:47, a .09.
13 de abril, a las 5:47,
At 2 hours later, a .07,
07,
and then a week later, a
semana
.03.
03.
What is the one thing I ordered you not to
Le
do?
ordené a usted que no hiciera, señor.
Sí.
Yes.
What did I order you not
¿Qué
to
le
do?
ordené a que no hiciera, señor?
Pero no fue que tomé,
¿Cómo?
no tomé,
Well, I,
Si no-
I didn't drink.
sino fue que, pues, tuve un problema en mi dentadura, se me quebró.
I had a problem
Trabajando.
and I had some
Y-
fractures in my teeth.
Tomé pastillas para el dolor, pero
Oh,
no
okay.
se me calmaba.
And I
Luego-
took some pills for pain, because it wasn't calming down.
Luego me puse tacos de alcohol, en
¿Te puso qué?
tacos de alcohol,
¿Qué es eso? Tacos.
alcohol medicado.
And I
Like that?
put some medicated alcohol pads on my wounds.
Todavía ando una parte del diente.
If that were the case, that you put some kind of alcohol on a swab and put it to your tooth, that alcohol dissipates in a matter of seconds.
Suelven a cuestión de segundos.
Don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining.
Tiene en la pierna y me diga que está lloviendo, señor.
No entiendo.
I understand, Your Honor.
I told you
Yo le dije a
not
usted
to drink.
que no bebiera.
I have here that you did.
Y que
You now
ahora
will stay with me.
estar conmigo.
He goes with you.
Se va con él. Váyase con el oficial.
Well, I guess I'll talk to you in a minute, Judge.
Court's going to call. Bell County calls number 292,316-A. This is in the 27th Judicial District Court of Bell County, Texas. Is in the interest of Colbert minor child, non-custodial party being Ruben Colbert, custodial party being Edith Martin. And this, like I said, is before the court on a super modification of child support and motion to confirm arrears. The court will note for the record that both parties have served a citation back in November of 2023. So both parties are properly been noticed and served in conformity with the Texas rules of civil procedure. And this matter is properly before the court this time. My understanding is that this is a default hearing matter. Is that correct, Mr. Diamond?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
All right, and as such, the court will go ahead and proceed in default of the father at this time. And I've already sworn Ms. Searles in. So at this time, I'll go ahead and I'll swear the mom in, and I'll ask Ms. Martin to raise her right hand, please. All right, ma'am, do you solemnly swear or affirm your testimony you're gonna give here today is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth so help you?
Yes.
All right, you can turn off your video if you wish to at this time, ma'am, and you're officially under oath. And allow the state to tell the court what the state's requesting we do here today, what you understand, you and the mother have an agreement, and whether or not there are any contested issues the court needs to take up. And we'll start at this, and I'll ask the state for an opening to tell the court what the state's requesting we do. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Requesting the court to confirm arrears as of March 31st. of this year. So it would be $41,192.44 in child support arrears and $8,595.77 on medical support arrears. And we'll defer to the court as far as the repayment to be ordered. I know Ms. Morton would probably agree with confirming the arrears. I don't know her opinion on the repayment amount. I think where we're probably not in agreement is that Ms. Searles is going to testify that Mr. Colbert receives Social Security or SSI, Social Security income, and so at this point, I believe we have to set the support to zero. I believe she's not in agreement with that, and I'll leave it to her how much she wants to tell the court there. But I think that's about what we have, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Here's the deal, ma'am. I'm gonna let the state call you both as witnesses. You're allowed to testify here. You're allowed to make legal arguments at the end of the hearing because you technically work.
Molly, I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm sorry.
All right. Here's the deal, ma'am. You can testify to anything that you're an eyewitness to or that he told you. All right. But anything other than that, ma'am, you're not allowed to testify to anything you heard from third parties or something you saw on Facebook or saw on any type of social media, because that's technically all hearsay until it's been approved as not being hearsay and it's admissible in evidence. So at this time, the state's going to go ahead and prove up the fact that it's right now it appears that the father's getting supplemental security income, which means, ma'am, under the law, he did not work enough quarters to receive Social Security disability. So they're giving him the welfare version of disability, which is SSI. So again, ma'am, and under Texas law, I cannot order any child support from someone paying SSI. So you'll have to show the court or be able to prove to the court that he actually has a source of income other than that before the court is allowed to do anything other than order repayment on the amounts of money that he already owes you. So at this time, I'm gonna go ahead and let the state call you and the CSO as witnesses, and we'll take it from there. So at this time, you may proceed and call your first witness, Mr. Diamond.
Thank you, Your Honor. Molly Searles, ma'am, will you state your full name, please?
Molly Searles.
And have you conducted a wage investigation in this matter?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and will you tell the court what that uncovered?
I was not able to locate any wage information on Mr. Colbert. The only income I show is $449 from supplemental security income, SSI.
Okay. I will pass witness, Your Honor.
All right, this time, Ms. Martin, do you have any questions of the CSO, ma'am?
No, I don't have any questions.
All right, ma'am, you can turn off your video if you wish. It sounds like we got a little bit of delay with that, with your feed, so it might be a connection problem. So taking the video out might help, okay?
I said I don't have any questions.
All right, thank you, ma'am. May CSO Searles be excused?
I don't have any questions.
Okay. May the CSO be excused?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you're free to go, Ms. Searles. Thank you very much. And you can call your next witness then, Mr. Diamond. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Before I do, I'd offer that what's been marked as States 1.
All right, sir. This is State's Exhibit number. I'm sorry, wrong one. This is State's Exhibit number 1 in your case, ma'am. It shows what monies are owed you through child support in this case. Is there any legal reason I should not allow this in evidence at this time, ma'am?
No.
All right, State's 1 submitted.
No.
You may proceed, Mr. Diamond.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ma'am, turn off your video, please. Yeah, you've got a double feedback in this loop, ma'am. So let's go ahead and turn off the video. Thank you. All right, you may proceed, Mr. Diamond.
Thank you, Your Honor. It's off, Ms. Morton. So I'll call Edith Morton, Your Honor. Ma'am, will you state your full name, please?
Edith Charlene Morton.
Okay. I'm just going to get right to it. You don't believe that Mr. Excuse me. You don't believe that Mr. Colbert is disabled. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. So here's your opportunity. I mean, yeah, here's your opportunity. So you're welcome to tell the court why you believe he's not disabled. You're welcome to not tell the court. It's up to you. So what would you like to tell the court?
I would like to tell. I don't believe he's disabled. I've shown his previous track record of how he's doing the payment, so he does not get in trouble with you guys. I do believe that he's doing stuff that's illegal, but able to come up with money for cars and apartments. And I do believe, and was told with me probably about 2 years ago, that he actually made $1,000 from a certain site. And I was told by him. So it's a matter of him, in my opinion, trying to avoid all of this just so he can get away with it until she turns 18. And that was exactly what I was told as well.
So he told you he was getting over on my agency and the federal government in order to spite you?
Yes, he said he had about 2 more years of this until, those weren't the exact words because I can't say it, until he was done with this.
Okay.
So I believe he's honestly trying to do what he can to dodge and avoid, and he's succeeded. He did, because I no longer receive my.
Okay, here's the deal, ma'am. Again, I can't consider anything under a criminal enterprise as part of child support. If that's what you're trying to tell me, he's doing something that's criminal and he's getting paid for it. Yeah, I can't. I'm a court. This is a court of law.
It wasn't criminal. OnlyFans is not a criminal, Your Honor. It's not a crime.
Sorry?
OnlyFans is not a crime, Your Honor.
I'm sorry. What did you say? I'm sorry. You couldn't hear you, ma'am.
OnlyFans is not a crime, Your Honor.
May I ask a few more questions to develop that, Your Honor?
Right ahead.
Okay, so it's adult content that he's making. That's what he told you. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And you believe he's still making adult content? Sorry, Miss Morton, I think you're cracking up. Will you repeat your answer?
Yes, I do. I believe OnlyFans is not something that's criminal activity, but it's stuff that he's getting by, meaning, in my opinion, he's fully capable to hold a job and to work, but he's getting away with stuff like that.
Okay. So he told you there was, on one occasion, he made $1,000 doing that. Has he indicated other times where he made money producing the adult content, for lack of a...
No, that was about 2 years ago when I last seen him.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to tell the court, Miss Morton?
No.
Okay. I'm sorry we couldn't do more for you on this case, ma'am. I'll pass a witness, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am. Okay, sounds like he may not be working anything illegally, but he's obviously doing things in a black market that there's no way to track what he's doing. Right now, the state has checked out his Social Security number with all vendors in the state of Texas, and or period. And it's not showing that he's actually making money. He's actually employed or been employed from anybody in recent history. So again, ma'am, that's a problem. But the other thing is he still owes you over $45,000, and obviously I'm going to reduce that to judgment. I'm going to go ahead and order him to repay the child support at $800 a month, what he owes you. I'm going to order him to pay the cash medical, what he owes you, at $200 a month. And guess what, ma'am? That's still enforceable, even though he's on SSI. So the bottom line is he still owes you $45,000, and that's never going away. Okay? Until he pays it. Until he pays it.
Perfect.
And he thinks, again, unpaid child support is still the obligation of the person, and it's still enforceable for a certain amount of time while the child is under the age of 18 and over the age of 18. And guess what? It still shows up on everything he tries to do. It shows that he has a judgment against you. You have a judgment against him for over $50,000, so $60,000. So he may get out the last 2 years. I got no choice, because the only funds I can find or they can find is SSI. But he still owes you all that money. And like I said, I'm ordering him to I'm gonna have the state reduce that judgment, both those judgments, order repayment on the child support at $800 a month, and on the cash medical at $200. Good.
Okay.
All right. Is there anything else, ma'am?
No, that was it.
All right, ma'am. Again, my apologies. I wish Some people are willing to live out there in the netherworld and just get along instead of going out and making a real living and getting on with their lives and making something of themselves and taking care of their kids. Can't do anything about those folks. They're all what they are, man. They got their own problem. But
I do have one question.
Yes, ma'am.
So if he does get a regular job, do I have to just periodically check or find out, or is he automatically flagged? Or
no, ma'am, I have they don't look, okay? They're not keeping an eye out on his social security number, but you would need to keep an eye out on, let them know, ma'am, that he is actually working above the table for somebody, okay? And he's actually gone to work. Somebody's gonna take out income tax and things like that.
Okay, thank you.
Or at least he's opened his own business or doing something, or became an independent truck driver or something along those lines, then yeah, then that's when you can get back with us, man. But right now, technically, because he owes all this money, he can't get a trucker's license. He can't get a plumber's license. He can't get anything. So.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions, Ms. Martin?
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, man. Ms. Martin, be excused, Mr. Diamond?
No.
I'm asking the lawyer, are you free to go?
State has nothing further, Your Honor.
Oh, she's talking to the dog. Sorry, ma'am.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry.
I got an 85-pound dog at the house, and she doesn't know the meaning of the word no either, okay? So
yeah, mine's is a 9-pound poodle. I'm sorry.
So, my last one was an 11-pound poodle, and believe me, she was a lot easier to handle than the new one, okay? So good luck, ma'am.
Thank you. You guys have a blessed day. Bye.
Thank you too. We're off the record.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court calls case number 21-207-0068, Ashley Plants versus Justin J. Plants. This is Mr. Plants' motion regarding custody and other matters. The parties are present. Pro se, would you both please raise your right hands?
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this case is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? I do.
Thank you. You may put your hands down. Ms. Schultz, what is the current status of the custody order relative to the parties?
The parties are granted, Ms. Plant is granted sole legal and sole physical custody according to the judgment of the courts that entered on February 17th of 2022. Parenting time pursuant to that same order is granted to Mr. Plants on alternate weekends and holidays pursuant to the 2016 Huron County Friends of the Court parenting time schedule, except that weekends are Friday at 6 until Sunday.
Thank you. Mr. Plants, why do you believe that custody should be visited here?
Because her boyfriend is very abusive to her, and they're around my kids, and I'm very concerned about my kids.
I did notice in your motion that there was a judgment of sentence attached indicating that on April 4th of this year, a Brandon Keith Cressel, Cressel, pled to second domestic violence second in the district court Huron County, and at that time it appears that the defendant in that case was sentenced, amongst other things, to 24 days in jail, 24 days credit. What specific firsthand information do you have regarding this, other than this clearly a conviction, that would indicate that there's issues relative to children, that they may be in harm?
I do have papers from my apartment complex. I do have from the police department, and I do have CPS.
All right, so Child Protective Services, you claim is involved?
Yes.
In what way?
Because of Brandon.
Did Child Protective Services remove? There's just two children.
Yes.
Did Child Protective Services remove the children from mom's care?
No, they did.
Do you have any firsthand knowledge, not what someone may have told you, do you have any firsthand knowledge of children observing this or in earshot of it, anything like that?
Yes, in the papers, I do have for the CPS workers, we're talking to them. And in here, they're saying,
Well, that's hearsay, but do you have any firsthand knowledge that you yourself are aware of the children being basically exposed to this?
yes, we were talking at one point, me and Ashley, and I was around and everything like that. And I have seen them two fight many times before. And
describe what you would say defining fight.
The only time that I saw them is with the events when he went to jail. As I was right next to him, they were in the vehicle, and I saw Brandon just start punching Ashley in the face, and we're the ones that called the police on him.
Oh, so you saw it firsthand?
Yes.
That's what you're alleging?
Yes.
Were the children around it?
No, they wasn't. They were at school.
Thank goodness. And that's the primary concern?
Yes.
Anything else?
Just, you know, the violence going around in the house. And I don't know, because I'm not there, if the kids are safe or not when he's there.
Do you know whether or not this individual is, other than a dating relationship, is there any marriage or anything between Ms. Plants and this individual, or are they just in a dating relationship?
They're dating.
Ms. Plants, do you have a response?
I have loads of response, but I didn't want to take up everybody's time because I was trying to gather up information and full proof evidence that he is not being 100% honest. For one, I had troubles getting a lawyer because nobody is taking child custody cases right now. So that's another issue. Also, if you need any, because of the issues with Justin and Nicole, because I've also had issues with Nicole, his girlfriend.
Okay, this is not your motion.
Right.
It's his motion.
I'm trying to explain what's going on, but I do have, because of him, I have to have surveillance cameras, not only outside my door, but I have to have them inside due to the false calls he's made to the police.
Okay, but you heard what Mr. Plant stated a moment ago regarding, he claims he observed and called police relative to you being assaulted by this individual. Do you acknowledge that or do you not deny that?
I understand what he's saying, but that is.
No, I didn't ask whether you understood, but is that what happened?
It's not true, no.
It's not true?
No, and I did tell the cops that day and what exactly happened, and Justin convinced the cops so much that they don't even believe me.
Okay, but
so
this individual pled guilty to domestic violence second in the district court.
Because the cops told him there were surveillance cameras, so he wasn't sure if he should agree to it or not. So, but no further evidence was even pulled. The cops wouldn't listen to me that day, and they haven't for a couple years now. So, I've never heard from Justin or anybody else about their concerns about the children.
How old are the children?
9 and 7. And there's also some other things going on that has nothing to do with Brandon, which I'm trying to get more paperwork or something. But we are all, because of Justin, we are all having to take counseling now due to all the trauma he's caused me. And I am seeking CPS.
There was a
due to,
no contact order that was issued in that criminal case.
it was lifted, sir.
No, I understand that, but there was a no contact order ordered originally, correct?
For Brandon or?
Yes.
Yes, for
And it was
24
lifted.
days.
It appears it was lifted on April 4th.
Yes.
How many days did you say that this no contact order was in effect?
It was for the 24 days from the time he got arrested from, I believe it was March 11th. All we did was just pull into the driveway and then Justin was attacking our door, but he told the cops something totally different.
You have anything else, sir?
But if you need any, like, for example, any counseling paperwork or anything of that sort of nature, I can get it for you. But I've also had problems at work due to Justin. Him and his girlfriend's been calling my work.
Okay, well, again, that's
causing that issue.
because you didn't file a motion, but this Mr. Kressel individual, the place that you live at, is that in your name or is it in his name?
Well, I'm on the lease.
Okay.
I'm the lease. I don't own the house or
No.
rent
Sure.
or building. We are fixing to move due to also Justin and Nicole. That's another reason why we have to move. He's trying to get us evicted and causing quite often. Huh?
Who's trying to get you evicted?
Justin and Nicole.
I've heard enough on this.
If you need proof, I can.
Excuse me, miss. The issue before the court is whether there's proper cause or change in circumstance that would warrant a review of the custody factors in this case. The plaintiff in this case has sole legal and sole physical custody of the minor children. Father has parenting time on alternate weekends and alternate holidays. That's pursuant to the previous judgment back in February of 2022. The allegation here is domestic violence, where the petitioner, in this case, Mr. Plant, says he saw it, called 911, individual was arrested, and the court records indicate he was subsequently convicted of domestic violence second. Plaintiff's position is that, oh, nothing happened. There was nothing, police played sides, I'm not sure, but that's the gist of it. Fortunately, the children were not present at the time. However, at this point, I don't know how this may or may not affect the children. Do you see anything going on regarding the effects of the children relative to this individual being around?
Yes, I do.
What have you seen personally?
When I get him on the weekends, my son and my daughter are always telling me that
I don't want you to say what may have been said, but do you believe that based upon this alleged behavior that it's affecting the children?
Yes, I do.
In what way, other than what they're telling you? Do you see things? How they act?
Yes, how they act and everything like that.
Okay, well, how do they act?
They both don't know how to control their emotions. With their anger, they're doing it violently with their anger. I've seen it multiple times, and I had to calm them down with their anxiety and everything like that.
How long has Mr. Kressel been in the picture?
Almost about a year.
When did the behavior you believe change for the children?
A little bit after the half of the year, like going on.
About 6 months?
About 6 months, yeah.
Yes, go ahead. Any other response?
I'm not sure how to address this, Your Honor, without an issue. But that is another, the kids have been telling me things as well. So that's another reason why it's a good idea to keep them continuing in counseling, because they're going through some stuff, but it has nothing to do with me and Brandon. I don't have the proof of that right now, other than like I said, I've had surveillance cameras here, but I do have a usually weekly, she's booked for this week coming up. But point being, I do have a ongoing worker, and on top of that, I do have a CPS ongoing worker coming in so she can verify that the kids are in good hands, etc.
Is there a safety plan in place? Did
Um,
the Department Child Protective Services issue a safety plan?
I'm not sure. I believe so, but they said part of a good thought was to have the surveillance cameras around and keep going to counseling and continue to do what I'm doing. But they told me it would take if I went up to the welfare office to get all the records, because even before Brandon showed up, we've had issues with CPS that had nothing to do with me, but it's been going on off and on throughout the years. But point being, they told me it was going to take up to 30 days just to get all those records. So I've been trying to get out to the welfare office. My worker told me that I can not do it by, like, for example, online. I have to physically be in that building. So trying to level everything out has been extremely stressful on me, Your Honor. I've been trying to gather up all the evidence and proof for you, but I don't have too much other than, like I said, I've had to put surveillance cameras up and then get the kids not only in the school counseling, but outside services. We all go to care of the list to seek counseling. And I think they said it may take a while for a psychological review, but my littlest one is doing a type of testing at the school to see if there's any learning issues, etc. So there's a lot of other stuff continuing.
A lot of moving parts as well.
Right. So I'm not sure though.
Well, this is what the court's going to do at this point. I'm having a difficult time, honestly, Ms. Plantz, believing your statement regarding this alleged domestic violence didn't happen, because not only did Mr. Kressel plead guilty to domestic violence second, but he was represented by an attorney. Attorneys have ethical obligations. They can't plead clients guilty to criminal offenses that they didn't do, because you're put under oath and you have to swear to tell the truth. So when a plea is entered, for instance, they place the person under oath and the person states what they did or didn't do. Clearly, Mr. Kressel did that.
We had to take both had to take the plea deal because there was no other options.
Oh, there's a right to a trial. That's the option. But this is what the court is going to do in the interim. The court finds that there's a change in circumstance. One of the factors in the child custody analysis is any alleged domestic violence either occurring between the parties or with parties involved. Here, the allegation is domestic violence of an individual, of mother in this case. Now, minor children were not present. Fortunately, they were in school. But under the circumstances, that's a concern of the court.
What about?
Excuse me, Miss. Court finds a change in circumstance will order the friend of the court to do a friend of the court investigation regarding custody, parenting time, as well as support. In addition, based upon the allegations contained within the petition so far and the subsequent conviction of Mr. Kressel, court is going to order that Mr. Kressel is off limits to the minor children. He is not to be in or around the children in any way, shape, or form while this matter is pending.
Your Honor.
To ensure the safety of the children.
So even the surveillance cameras are not going to help?
I don't have any surveillance cameras to look at right now. There's nothing before the court. I'm looking at the information provided to the court.
What about the time he pushed him?
File a motion.
Okay.
You have the right to do that.
So how can I go about doing that?
I can't provide you any legal advice, miss, but I would strongly encourage you to either speak with an attorney or their legal aid centers.
So since Brandon lives with me and we have no proof this didn't happen, then what am I to do? Because Justin's been trying to sabotage every single relationship I've had since we separated.
I'm not going to get into that. All I know is what's before the court right now, and that is my order while this matters. I'm concerned about the children. That's my number one concern. You're both free to go.
So what does that mean? Does that mean I've never had this happen to me before, so.
Mr. Kressel is off limits to minor children.
Is that all?
Prior orders will remain in effect.
Do I
The friend of the
still get to
court
have my
office-
children?
The friend of the court office will send a packet that needs to be completed and returned to us. We'll set up interviews and there will be an investigation process.
Prior orders remain in effect. We still have custody. Nothing has changed. Thank you.
Romian Pierce. Pierce, you're charged with a Class B misdemeanor criminal trespass. Your bond amount set at $100. You refused to interview for a personal bond. Is that, did you just not want to get out of jail? Is that it?
I've been told I never get one. I never been off. Every time I fill out the form, I never get one.
Yeah. Well, part of that's because you keep getting arrested. And you know, personal bonds are for people that aren't going to get.
I got arrested, I didn't get one.
And the first time you arrested, you didn't get one?
The first time I got arrested.
Well, I can't speak to that, but I could tell you that, I mean, you've got a long criminal record. I mean,
I ain't got too many violent charges and nothing like that. I ain't got nothing too serious. I ain't.
you just got out of jail for 30 days on a terroristic threat charge just in December.
I think they dropped that.
What?
They dropped that down. I got a question for you. Are you currently an American citizen, sir?
Am I currently what?
American citizen?
Am I? Yeah.
Okay, I just asked. Okay, well, continue, please.
All right. You also have an ag assault on a security officer in 2021.
That was also brought to a Class A misdemeanor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't assault.
And assault causing bodily injury to a family member in 2014. I'm simply saying, you know, you have all kinds of offenses, including violent ones on your record.
One in 2014, I didn't commit it either. I had a poor attorney. I didn't have a paid attorney. All these cases I had a court appointed attorney. If I could have had a paid attorney, if I had some type of wealth, it would be different in my case, sir.
I'm setting your bond at $100. If someone comes down to the jail with $100, you'll be released and you'll get your money back at the end of the case. You think you can get a friend or family member to come down to jail with $100?
Nah, no, sir. I can't do that. I had nobody to care about me that much. But I can definitely pay $100 myself. You can trust me. I promise you that. I come past the courthouse every day on the bus. I can show up for court easily. I promise you that. You can give me a felony if I don't show up for court. You understand what I'm saying? Just give me some chance to build some credit with you. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
I'm not here to hurt you at all.
Well, I know that. I hope not. I hope you're not. But I'm just saying, I mean, yeah.
Right now, I'm in the process of getting my GED from ACC so I can go and, try to get into the military. I went to the military recruiting office. He told me to go get my GED, gave me a practice ASVAB test.
They said they might let you in the military with your record?
He said due to the felony, not the other charges. He said due to the felony, he said he got enough pull that he might can pull some strings to get me in there. So I'm gonna see how that goes. And if not, I'm just gonna go to school for culinary arts. Your Honor. IT, computerization as well. Thinking about opening a cybersecurity company.
What's that?
Cybersecurity company to protect people from getting hacked on their cell phones and their tablet devices, sir.
All right. As I mentioned, your bond's $100. Now, one of the conditions of your release, if you do postpone and get out of jail, Mr. Pierce, is you need to stay away from 1450 West Palmer Lane. That's allegedly where your tent was yesterday.
Yes,
You
sir.
can't go back there. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir, I was just using the free Wi-Fi and free power.
You can't go on that property. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir, I do.
Not under no circumstances, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. I also want to go to school for law as well.
You want a court-appointed attorney?
Yes, sir, I see the court-appointed attorney.
All right. You also have a warrant for failing to come to court in 2023, last year, on a unauthorized burning ticket for starting a fire in an unauthorized manner. Now, I'm not going to keep you in jail on that because it's only punishable by a fine. But when you do get out of jail, whenever that is, you can have a piece of paper telling you when your court date is on that. Now, that's over at municipal court over on the east side on Burleson Road. You don't need a lawyer for that, but you do need to show up. That's a totally different court date from your criminal trespass case. Do you understand that?
You'll give me paperwork showing why I should, show up for the court case?
Yeah, you'll get that paperwork on your way out of jail when you get out.
Okay, cool. That's okay.
All right. All right, good luck.
There's one person's here is not in custody. Is it Austin Kirkland, right? Not in custody?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, come on up. Position 12. Now, I think maybe. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can share this so you can see this. Don't.
Yeah.
You see it, counsel?
Oh, you speaking with me? I'm sorry,
Oh, both
Judge.
of you. Can you see it there?
I can. I'll have to
Can you
just.
see it up on the screen?
I don't think my sight's good enough to read any of that.
It should, it's probably on your screen in front of you too, up there at the.
This one right
podium. Yeah, it's probably both.
No. So the,
Sure, yeah.
The allegations here for this bond forfeiture are.
I guess let me put it on here for the court reporter. 23 CP 217645, Austin Kirkland, possession of firearm by convicted felon, purchase, manufacture, distribution, sale of marijuana. He's here he was released July 14th and here on failure to charge monitor. If you just state your name for the court reporter.
Austin Kirkland. Austin Kirkland.
No, I'm talking about your lawyer.
Yes, Your Honor, Will Moran for
Okay.
Mr. Kirkland.
All right, go ahead.
All right. The allegations here are that an ankle monitor violation, essentially. Mr. Kirkland, and I'd like to give the court just a brief history on these two cases. Mr. Kirkland was originally arrested in February of 2023. He bonded out the next day. He was then rearrested about 2 months later on a case that arose from the same incident date for both cases. The public defender who was originally assigned to him did not inform the court that these cases arose out of the same incident. And so because the court believed there was a subsequent incident, they initially denied him bond. He spent an additional 3 months in custody, and then he was given a bond by Your Honor in July. An ankle monitor was required. He was in full compliance with the ankle monitor for about 4 months. At that time, there was a malfunction with the charger. I've got confirmation of that from A&A All County Monitoring. I have an email from them confirming that there was an issue with the charger. Because he had to get a new cell phone after he got out, he didn't get notice from the monitoring company. When he did finally get notice of the bond forfeiture this past month, he immediately reached out to the ankle monitoring company, has gotten the ankle monitor and the charger replaced, has been in full compliance since then. I also want to mention a brief personal issue.
He's got co-counsel there?
That's correct, Your Honor. Mr. Kirkland's sister actually passed away.
I'm so sorry,
This is
sir.
his nephew who he's been taking care of.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
His mother's husband has also been in the hospital with cancer. So he's dealing with a bunch of family issues. I'd say that the fact that he has appeared in court and that he's gotten his ankle monitor replaced, I understand there was a fairly lengthy period where it was not functioning. It was a malfunction with the charger. And he's gotten it replaced, updated all of his contact information with A&A All County Monitoring, still has a stable address, and is getting court notices and has appeared in court.
What's the nephew's name?
Chase.
Jason.
Chase.
Chasen?
Chase. C-H-A-S-E.
Oh.
Chase.
Chase, what do you think?
He
What do
says
you-
Dida.
That's okay.
I would agree.
He's a handsome
Dida.
guy.
I would say that Mr. Kirkland's behavior has showed a clear effort to demonstrate that he is trying to be in compliance with the bond order that Your Honor set back in July. He's already served a significant amount of time on this case. I would ask that the court continue on him on his current bond and see how he does now that he's gotten a functioning ankle monitor.
All right, what says the state?
We'll leave it up to the court, Your Honor. We don't have a position.
You seem to have a lot going on there, Mr. Kirkland. Are you gonna start raising your nephew?
Yes, well, she left me custody of him. She did leave custody of him. So, that was why I was telling him like the stuff that I can stand up.
Yes, sir.
So my position at work, it requires me to do a lot. And when I do get off work, I take him to like football and baseball practice, like keeping them active.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
It's like, it be so hot, like I can only wear pants, like, so I don't wear any shorts because it's embarrassing, like the job title that I have.
How long have you had it on?
I've had it on since July. July 2023, I apologize.
23.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Moran, you know, I take those off after a year.
Yes, Your Honor, and it technically has not been a year yet, but I would say that Mr. Kirkland was in compliance for the first 4 months until the ankle monitor charger started malfunctioning. I would ask that assuming that Mr. Kirkland is in compliance with the ankle monitor for the next couple months, that we allow, or even now if the court would see fit to remove the ankle monitor. He's, in addition to Chase, his sister also left another child who he's taking care of, and Mr. Kirkland also has his own minor child who's a daughter.
A full house.
He's got a full plate. He's got sports teams, sports practices that he has to drive the kids to. He also has been working at two jobs, one at BTLR, which is a shoe store part-time, also at Speed Queen Laundry full-time, which is I believe like a corporate laundry company, that's what he was mentioning, where it gets really hot and he has to wear pants because of the ankle monitor to keep the job. I would ask that the court consider letting him off the ankle monitor. If not today, then within a few months or so.
Mr. Webb, what's your position on that? It seems like he's got a full load that, if he were to ever, not that you would ever think about getting in trouble again, you definitely have, at least two new excuses not to get in any kind of trouble, right?
Correct.
What do you think, Mr. Webb?
I think it'll be all right, Your Honor, if you want to remove the ankle monitor. I will state for the record, I do not know what the facts were. The underlying conviction for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. I don't even know what the original felony was, but just based upon Mr. Moran's representation to the court and what I see here from the defendant, it looks like he's turned a corner somewhere.
Right.
And he's making an effort. So I don't see any need to be punitive in this matter. But it's up to the court, your discretion. I know that you usually require him to wear it for a year before you remove it, so.
Yeah, but I guess not everybody has a sibling pass away and then they get 2 additional children. You got any help, Mr. Kirkland?
Well, my mom, she assists, but like I said, her husband, he's currently battling the prostate colon cancer. So that's where the discrepancy is coming from right now. As of now, so I'm kind of taking them to school, picking them up, taking them to practice, having to feed them. It's not a lot because, that is my sister and they are my family. And it's not a problem. It's an additional 2 kids. So.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It is a lot. That's good for you doing that stand-up thing. Can you give that Dr. Taylor? Have you reached out and to get some help with some assistance at daycare and stuff like that?
Well, my job, the DTLR job, they kind of help me as far as they give the kids shoes and stuff, and clothes. They donate shoes and clothes to them because they know about the situation.
Yeah.
So.
Well, how about if we take it off for at least you could put some shorts on, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
That sound good?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right.
Thank
you
you
just
very
give me
much,
the
Your
order, just do an ankle, you send me the order?
I'll draft an order today. and
Okay,
send it
yeah,
over.
you can do it as of today, so quick, whenever you can get it to me, we'll be glad to sign.
Who should I send that to? To you directly or do you have a judicial assistant I can send it to?
Send it to Mr. Dukes,
Jarvis Dukes. Jarvis Dukes, okay.
and Judge Manning.
Okay, thank you very much, Your
All
Honor.
right, have a good one.
Same to you.
Thanks, sir.
Good luck. You're welcome.
Yeah, definitely good luck for sure.
David Wolf was an FTA earlier, Your Honor. David Wolf is coming in, Your Honor. It's Pauline Portillo's client, and Sybil had given her the reset date of May the 13th, and he is coming in now.
May 13th on David Wolf.
Yes, Your Honor.
Portillo is the attorney.
And he had gotten an FTA earlier because he wasn't here.
Okay, so it's reset to May what, 13th?
13th, yes. Waiting
Is he in yet?
He's coming in. I'm gonna ask him to start his video. He's starting his audio now. Oops, where did he go? Did Sybil pull him? Hold on. Oh, there he is. He's eating breakfast. Chewing gum.
Something.
Yeah.
I'll address him
Okay.
as soon as he connects with audio. I don't know if he's eating or saying something. Somebody's helping him.
Helping him, yeah.
There it is. All right, Mr. Wolf, can you hear us? Mr. Wolf, can you hear us?
Yes, can you hear me?
I can now, sir. You were set for court today at 9 o'clock. It is 10:11. When you're set for court, Mr. Wolf, that is a court order. When you fail to appear at 9 o'clock, we issued a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to withdraw it now.
Well, my lawyer was supposed to be in touch with me. And
Your
tell me
lawyer doesn't go to jail. You do. So
Well,
you're responsible for showing up, sir. I'm just going to warn you today. If this happens again in the future, I may not withdraw that warrant. Your conversation should be had with your lawyer, not with the court. And in the future, Mr. Wolf, you come in here not eating breakfast. This is a courtroom, despite the fact that it is a virtual courtroom. We'll see you on May 13th. That is your reset date. Today, you're excused. If you have any other comments or questions, contact your lawyer's office, Mr. Wolf. Have a great day.
And your name is?
I'm Judge Rosie Speedling Gonzalez. I preside over Bexar County Court at Law number 13.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
Your Honor, I'm gonna bring in a Damian Leal. He was here. I removed him because he keeps walking away from the camera, or it's like a little blurred. And then he was just eating a while ago. Hold on. Damian, start your video.
Who's his attorney?
Mr. Garcia, Richard Garcia.
Richard Garcia. And
what am I doing?
Mr. Leal, you need to sit down. This is the judge. This is Judge Rosie Speedling Gonzalez. If you don't want to sit down, we're going to remove you from the courtroom and I'll issue a contempt warrant for you. You can deal with me in person. How's that? We're not going to put up with any disrespect to the court or your shenanigans not complying with the rules. I'm not here to argue with you. I'm giving you a heads up, a warning. You either start to comply, Mr. Leal, or we'll remove you and I'll issue a warrant for you not complying with the rules. It's real easy.
We're not complying. I'm not doing anything.
Okay. I gave you the warning. You either sit still and wait to be called on, or the next time you get up or you're eating or not following the rules, we're just going to remove you. This is your only warning. Anyone else, Olga?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you.
Who is on Andrew's iPhone? Who is that?
It was Andrew earlier.
Andrew Freeland?
I thought it was. I don't know.
That is me, Andrew Roberts.
Andrew who?
Roberts.
And how may we help you, sir?
My court case was earlier today and I had missed it. So I was told by my attorney to wait into this call to see if the judge could hear my case again.
Okay, sir, first of all, you're not identified. Second of all, your video needs to be on at all times. And third of all, you're not allowed to wear a hat in court. So could you please fix all three of those things and then we'll start moving forward.
Okay.
Who's your attorney?
Sabrina.
My attorney is Sabrina.
All right, you still need to fix your name on the phone, okay?
How do
I'm
I do
not
that?
checking you in. The protocols state that all phones have to be identified with the first and last name, sir.
How do I change that?
Figure it out, sir. You can figure out how to do selfies and post on social media all day long till the cows come home. You can figure out how to put your name on the screen. Please remove him from the courtroom till he complies.
I hope you guys had a good time. I always do. And I so appreciate you for being here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.